It was, I liked the way our tempo was early on in the game. Thought both offensively and defensively we were playing fast. Somewhere in there, we kind of lost the edge and the focus it takes to be an elite football team. I was extremely, and some of that fault is mine. And then I was real pleased at halftime because it easily they could have come out and made it a real game at 35-14, and our defense had blown a couple of assignments and didn't tackle well the last couple of possessions, and I challenged them at halftime to go set the tone early, and they set it with a 3-and-out, fumbled a punt, had to go back, got the turnover, really answered and kind of took the momentum back for us, so I was extremely proud of that. And there's a lot to improve on. We can't have the penalties we had today or the turnovers that we had today and be elite. But we certainly are doing some good things also. But it's easy in coaching. We get paid to critique, and that's not always the fun part, but it is part of it. And you see the areas to which you could improve your team. And I didn't think we were extremely focused in our preparation on Friday and this morning, and we got to continue to work at increasing that in weeks to come.
All right, raise your hand, bring a microphone to you.
You ready to name Chad your starter moving forward?
He started today, didn't he? He is the starter. He's. I said, I don't know which media it was in. I said yesterday, I guess it was with the ESPN crew that did the game, that it is his to lose, and he certainly has done nothing to put himself out of it. So he's the starter, and I expect that to continue. But I like Ryan and Devontae also.
Coaches look for improvement between first and second game. You said you saw some of that. Did you see enough of that you think you're ready for the season?
I saw it the first quarter. I thought we were sharp and looked good, and then I probably killed our momentum some. It's I felt like the game maybe getting away a little bit, and I don't know. That's a tough call. Are we ready for SEC play? I don't know. It's hard to tell. We've got to line up better defensively and get in the right spot and our eyes in the right spot. We've had some lapses in that, and we didn't take care of the ball particularly well today. Chad did, which I'm proud of. I don't know. We're playing a little soft at times. It looks like. I can't answer if we're ready or not, but I'm really excited about finding out.
Hugh, you mentioned the tempo. Chad goes 20 for 26, kept you on schedule throughout the game. Is that maybe one of the biggest takeaways from the first two games, how well he's kept you on tempo and stayed on schedule?
Yeah, he likes tempo. He's, that's what I've always been. Last year we did not do that. And, you could argue that it was really good for most of the year. But we enjoyed playing fast. We enjoyed, doing that. Chad enjoys it. Our kids enjoy it. And, it was very efficient early on. I don't know. I don't have a drive chart in front of me what we were the first 5 or 6 drives, but I think they all ended in pretty good shape.
Hugh, so many of your players and even Dave a little bit talked about the possibility of this defense being better than last year's defense. You touched on that a little bit, but what is it not doing, I guess, that makes you feel like this really needs to get better?
It seems to me that we're missing a little physical edge. I think we're in attack at times, and our cleats are just. There's times we're our second level guys who have to line up the front. We're having too many times where we're not in the. They move a tight end or they go unbalanced, and we're not lined up correctly. And, you know, I still think we have a chance to be a really good defense. But you've got to get those things fixed and corrected for sure. And we missed some tackles.
I will take questions in the back of the room.
Hugh, your overall confidence level with Chad after his performance today and his grasp of the offense?
Very confident. Have been for those that cover us here. I think, you know, they may have not known who I was talking about, but I bet it was, I don't know, what was it, Hugh, Neil, you guys. I said probably, 2 weeks into it, my gut has told me who it is, and that's who it was. So I felt confident, and I continue to feel confident in him.
More questions at the top.
Coach, second straight week without Larry Tunsil, what do you think of the line play for the guys that stepped in for him?
That's the hardest question for me because I gotta watch the film. I don't know. They weren't giving us, I mean, you know, our offense is we're gonna, basically every time we line up, we have two things called. And people have loaded the box on us, and, you know, so you're not just trying to run it. But when we've had to, we've done it fairly well. So, you know, I have to watch the film and see, but thought they did average. I know they're protected fairly well. I don't know that we gave up a sack today. I don't remember with Chad in there anyway.
Hugh,
Go ahead.
Two questions if I could. One, could you update Robert Conyers' status? I noticed he didn't play in the second half. And then also the ruling on T. Shepard on the head. Is that something you all can appeal?
On Conyers, he has a sprained ligament. He could have gone back in, but just chose not to. We'll see how sore he is tomorrow and get rehab started on him. We definitely need him coming up. That's a position we really can't afford to have any injuries at. And the targeting, they review all of those. I think for them to review it in the booth and to stick with it, I did not see the replay. I didn't have a good angle of that. But for them to review it and to stay with it, I wouldn't think they would overturn it unless there's something I'm missing. You guys probably saw it. I couldn't see it, so I don't know. I'm sure that they'll look at it, but they typically, once they've reviewed it there, I would think it would have to be, if there was contact to the head, they won't overturn it.
Hey, Coach, talk about the player Trey Elston and his what presence does he bring to the defense?
Trey's he's a 4-year starter for me. You know, that guy's, we've got to be able to depend upon him, and it's really happy to see him have success early on, and hopefully that carries over throughout the year. But he's the leader right now on that back end for sure.
Coach Kincaid, you know, when he played, he did a pretty good job of running the ball. Do you foresee him having some running packages, kind of like how Barry Virginia did in the past?
I've said, and Kincaid will always have a package every week.
Coach, what did you see from C.J. Johnson this week, especially with that big interception he had?
That he's old and he ran out of gas. He got to 50. No, it's really good to have him out there, and he loves playing the game. He loves Ole Miss. He's he's got his degree. I'm proud of him, and glad he got to get out there and get some work in. But he did look a little slower from the 50 in than he did from the 10 out to the 50. I think he was getting a little tired. Of course, he ran a lot east and west also. But no, I was really happy for that, to see him get that pick.
Coach, a lot of receivers have gotten in on the act the last couple of weeks. Evan Ingram has kind of been missing. Any reason for that you can see?
No, just we take what they give us. You know, we know Evan is talented, and the balls will start coming his way for sure. But no, there's no reason.
All right, any other questions for Coach? All right.
Thanks, guys.